That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Everybody, it's your boy Damo Flips, and we're checking out the Mannheim site. I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not going to buy anything because I haven't checked out anything nor did my homework. But as always, you already know the deal. You know, Team Us, hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Basically, we go over a lot of... basically, this channel is really dedicated to buying and selling cars. You know, I'm a dollar menu guy. I don't have my own dealership. And I use someone else's license. I'm a dealer rep. Without further ado, let's get into this Mannheim. So we're going to go up here where it says buy. We're going to go right here to where it says pre-sale inventory. I'm going to hit it up. And it's going to show you all the states. Tonight, I do know Central Florida is running. So we're going to hit Central Florida. And you can see the date right here. That's today's date. It starts at 4 o'clock. As of 2:37 today, there's 744 vehicles. Guys, 2-3 years ago, this place had 1,500 to 2,000 cars at any given time. So let's list all the vehicles. I like to do the make and model, so it puts it in order for me. You can do enhanced format as well, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to want to check that out. Basically, all that does is start to give you the condition report and a little bit more information. We'll go back to this, to the standard, and you can see it's just the mileage and, you know, you could see all the categories it breaks it into. So you do enhanced, it kind of makes it a little bit further apart, a little bit nicer to look at, color, so on and so forth. Anyway, you can see it's already in make and model. You could also do it by lane and run number. So that's if you wanted to see what was coming up first. And you would basically just go through the list and you would see whatever you're looking to buy. And take it from there. Really, you know, this is doing your homework. You know, so an Audi S5. It's a convertible. It's gray, 93,000 miles. 6-cylinder gas. Here's your VIN number. Let's see. Is it not? There it goes. So not every car is going to have photos, but every car is going to be as is. Okay. So you have your VIN number, your odometer, your color, and the seller. The seller is important because this seller is obviously not a franchise dealer. So you're buying it from another independent dealer. I would be very skeptical of that. As you continue to go down, you can see all the specifications, things it has and doesn't have. As you go further down, this is if you're going to transport it. Let's see, you know, a bunch of different dealerships that I've been involved with. This is Ready Logistics. I really like them, but they're owned by Mannheim anyway. Central Dispatch is another great option, but you do pay monthly for them. And then this is just some other, you know, terms and conditions. Let's get into the cars. It's all just pictures. You know, there is no condition report on this car. They chose not to get one, which is fine because really and truly, if you were interested in this car, you should go down there and really do your own homework on it. As I said, I'm not going to buy it. This is really just for you guys. I'll probably end up, once the auction starts, I'll probably just end up letting it run just to show you guys. But, you know, another thing you're going to notice here versus ACV, you can't even listen to the engines, right? So they haven't even gotten to that part yet where you can actually hear the engines running. So, you know, that's something to think about. Now, let's just say you wanted to see this car. You could add it right here to your workbook, right? If you're going to be watching online, you can hit a lane alert, which means that it'll go boop when your car is about to come up. And let's just say you were buying this for someone. You could hit the retail view of it. So this way, it'll show it just like this. You're going to see there's no MMR. The pictures are there. You could choose to hide the photos. Some specifications. They could run their own Carfax. You could print it, email it, or you could change up how it looks. All from right here. So they do help you out. So if you were a person, and I do this sometimes, that people, and I charge $500 for this. People will ask me to find them a car, and I will send them this car. And whenever if they're interested in it, we'll go the day before, and I let them do their own inspections. At that point, so the way I break this down is it's $500. That buys you 4 visits to the auction or 1 month. It's $250 up front that I get no matter what. You tell me 10 cars that you want, and I'll start sending you stuff. When you see stuff that you like, we'll go to the auction and look at them in person. If you're not going every week to the auction to see something for that potential buyer, chances are they're not serious about buying that car. When they do buy the car, I'll get the other $250, which is my money, and the dealership gets all their processing and stuff like that. So anyway, when you hit back to workbook or back to list, it puts the last car you looked at the top, so you could see more cars. So you could see there's a ton of BMWs. I do have a thing for the 335. Huh?
Sorry, I fell.
Oh, you're fine. My family's home, so if you hear them in the background, it's no big deal. Like I said, this is real life, guys. I got a thing for 335s, but not convertibles. 7 Series, who doesn't like a big body Benz? Being a dollar menu guy, I'd probably look at this 06 with 121,000 miles. Well, let's look at it. Paint. This is typical, right? You're a dollar menu dealer. This is what you're looking at. It's rough. Car's rough, man. Oh, car's rough. And again, if I was really looking at this car, I would look at the photos probably just as quickly as I am now, add it to my workbook, and go out there tomorrow to look at it. They're saying 2,800. I don't really look at the MMRs anymore because the market is just so crazy. I will look at the seller, and I'll tell you this right now. I try to avoid buying from independents. But if you go there and you do your homework and you're good at inspecting cars, excuse me, that's where your money's going to be made. Plain and simple. Your money's made from the independents. Oh, excuse me. I have to drink some water here. So, yeah, that's the truth of the matter. I really can't be any more honest than that. We went over all this stuff already. This is all the equipment that it comes with, at least when they decoded the VIN. And again, shipping. Not a big deal, all right? It's not even 4 o'clock. It's 3:30, so we can't even get into the auction just yet. I'm going to show you why I choose to have a 55-inch monitor at my house, because I can watch 4 lanes running simultaneously and not worry about missing a car. Moving on, Buicks. I love Buicks. This one's kind of old. That's kind of old. CTSs, like landmines. Escalades, I love them. They just bring in all the money right now. Even with gas being the way... All right, guys. So here's what you want to watch out for. When you see a car coming through here, a lot of my newbies are going to fall for this, okay? You see the writing, right? Like, oh, this must have been for sale at their lot. Therefore, it must have been a good car. In the state of Florida, and I don't know if this holds true everywhere, we have to have a buyer's guide in the windows. It doesn't look like this individual has it there. A lot of times, dealers, what they'll do is they'll prep the car before it goes to auction. All right? So the car looks like it was for sale at their lot, which tends to lead some new buyers into believing that this car is so good they were trying to sell it at their lot, but they could not sell it. Therefore, they are taking it to the auction to try to wholesale it, right? A lot of people fall for that. Don't be one of those people. Again, it's an independent. They're saying this thing's going to go for $8,000. I'm interested to see what it actually sells for. If you've watched some of my other videos, I tell you, one of the things to do when you're adding stuff to your workbook, or if you're going to try to memorize it, like if you're there, remember the odometer. because this is a '07 Cadillac EXT. The likelihood of there being another one, slim to none. But if it wasn't the EXT model and there was just a bunch of Escalades there, you'll never remember this car. And on the post-sale sheet, it doesn't show you anything other than the odometer. So you know what? Let me see if I could do this here. Here. So let's open this in a new tab. And I can show you a little something. This is super small, guys. I'm sorry. But let me just get to where I got to go and I'll make it bigger for you guys, okay? So what was it? The 4th last week? Yeah, here we go. So let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh, maybe too big. So anyway, we're not even looking for a Cadillac. All right, here, we found a Cadillac. So this is what we're looking at right here, okay? It won't show you pictures, so you don't know. This is not the same one that we're looking at right now, okay? What you want to know is the mileage. You see right over here where it says 161? If there was like 2 of the same car, right? And I'm not seeing any right now, but let's just say there was 2 of the same car, like this Avalanche, for instance. All right, even better. So you have 2 '08 Avalanches. One's a LTZ, but let's just say you forgot that. The mileage is going to be what tells you what car you're looking at. And this is actually pretty interesting because the LTZ with roughly the same amount of miles went for almost $3,500 less. That's kind of crazy because LTZs usually bring in all the money for Chevy. But anyway, so that's why I tell you guys when you're trying to look at what you're looking at and then go back the next day and look at it on the post-sale sheet, very important to just jot down the mileage. Because if there's 2 of the same car and you don't know that mileage, especially like with this one that we're looking at right here, that one had 182 and one had 184, you might be like, oh yeah, I remember it was like in the 180s. Okay. Now you're like, shit, which one is it? And that's a huge difference at what you were looking at. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's why I just say, just write down the mileage. But let's get out of here and let's get back to what we're looking at. We don't need this anymore. This car. It's got the condition report, so it'll tell you some stuff to it. I'm definitely not interested in this car at all, but I'm just trying to show you guys some stuff. What I'm looking for here. So look, the engine idles rough. I mean, again, that could be that could be a simple coil pack, or it could be, a head gasket. Who knows? Who knows? What I do know is it's from an independent, and that will make me bid a lot less. All right, so let's go back to see some more. Once I hit 1,000, I'm able to go live. I plan on doing this stuff live with you guys. So you guys go, oh, can you show me that Colorado? Or can you show me the Cavalier? Damn, it's been so long since I've seen a Cavalier. I just want to see it. Damn. This takes me back, boy. I remember getting these joints for nothing, and make a killing on these cars. This is what, honestly, a lot of my business was made on, was cars like this, which ended up turning into, kind of funny, cars like this. That Cobalt. These cars, this car right here, you're just gonna make money on this thing. It's a good, clean looking car, as long as it runs and drives okay. This is like the Mannheim camera. Like, you'll get these pictures so much, and then sometimes I'm shocked that they even showed you this, because a lot of look, they're not even showing you the caulk job over here. They're trying to show you this scuff over here. I mean, the Mannheim people that take pictures from Mannheim, they must be trained to avoid the obvious. I've seen pictures where half the car was smashed and they missed the whole half. Like, they'll take a picture like this and it'll be smashed, and they'll move more this way, so when they take the photo, it comes off like that and you miss this part. It's absolutely terrible. And look at this. It's actually from a Ford dealer. So I would say this car is going to go for something in the 2s. A buy here, pay here person will probably buy it. But again, if you could walk out of there with this car for, let's just say, 1,500, even if you spent $2,000, with the way the market is today here in Tampa, I think I could probably pull down between 29 and 32 for this car. And the things that are going to help it, a good detail. Sorry about that. A good detail. Maybe throw some black wax on there. Hopefully it'll fill in some of those scratches, right? It looks like it was cleaned already. I don't know if they just cleaned the headlights and threw some armor roll on it or what. But get into it with a detail. If this is what you're left with, okay, you're left with this. These things are gas savers, man. I'd say this thing gets 25 to 30 miles to the gallon combined. So you can compete with Civics in terms of gas mileage. And that's exactly how we do it. Oh, auto check. So Carfax is here. You can only use Carfax if you have Carfax account. But you have auto check. So it tells you, look, this car was no accidents, 3 owners. So a historical event where it says 25 doesn't mean anything bad. It could have been registered, inspected, tune-ups, oil changes, etc., etc. It just means that 25 times this car had something put on its report. Not good, not bad, just what it is, okay? So if you use Experian AutoCheck, they give you a rating where, 53 to 77, somewhere in the middle is your average score, right? This is hitting a 74, so you're on the above side. It really doesn't mean anything, to be honest with you. It's something they do, and I believe they do that for the general public. For us, it doesn't mean anything. At least to me, it doesn't mean anything. I could care less. Now, maybe if I was going to sell it and use that, I would, oh yeah, look at how high the score is, blah, 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 and someone might fall for it, but, who knows, man. Don't matter none to me. Moving right along. I wish I could just say, if you guys see something, let me know. But unfortunately we can't. As you guys know, I got a thing for trucks, even with gas the way it is. I love the Suburban. I think they sell Alpha Omega AJ Car Sales LLC. Something about the name just tells me just don't buy cars from them. They Googled what is the most powerful words for a human being, and that's what they came up with. I couldn't even do it. So anyway, at least they like Disney, right? So anyway, that's this car, this truck, SUV, whatever you guys want to call it. 4,700. I don't think you'll get it for that price. My honest opinion. Tahoes are great. You guys already know though. I'm a Denali guy. I know they're basically the same, but that's just what I like. I love my Denalis. Again, any pickup truck in any state, I do believe will always do good. Vans would be number 2, I believe. Not minivans, but actually vans. PT Losers, man, we've been killing it with these cars. I don't know what it is about them, and this is from Toyota, so this is nice. We've been able to get them fairly cheap from ACV. And we just sold one for $3,500 a few days ago. So I don't know what it is. I think it's an ugly car, except for the fact that it's good on gas. But again, I'm not buying for me. I'm buying to sell. So if that car ran through at a decent price, I'd jump on it. I'm a gambler. Now, I don't know about 178. But then again, then it's an independent dealer too, But again, there was a time for me when I was buying and selling cars where I would just hang out in the office with the owner, and we would just have, whatever amount of money we had. And the rule was any car that drove through the lane that was going for less than $1,000, we would buy. Now, keep in mind, at this time, Leroy had a transportation company, and he would do all the transporting for us. And then we also had another guy too, Bobby. So it didn't matter. We were going to get the cars regardless. So no matter how many we purchased, we were just going to buy it. There was no limit, other than running out of money. So we would buy, let's just say, in a night, 7 to 10 each. But for easy math, let's just say we bought 20 of them. And then we would have them all shipped to us. And at the time, we were only paying $60, $70 a car. And we would have them all brought in. And it was pretty cool because the guys would call us and be like, oh yeah, this thing's got a motor knock. Or hey, so far this thing runs great. And again, all they're doing is driving it through a parking lot onto a truck. So we kind of knew what was going on with the cars to a certain degree. And then when we got them, we would simply take them up and down the road. And we would hire someone who would come out, and basically all that we wanted them to do was wash the car, vacuum it out, clean the windows, and armor all the tires. It was like a $20 car wash. You know what I mean? And they would do them all that we thought were going to sell. Hey, Nana, your mom wants you. That we were going to sell. And at that time, we were doing so well. We were probably bringing home something in the neighborhood of like $8 grand, like $8 grand a week, and we would it was just like hand over fist. And even then, we were not making a lot of money per car. On average, let's just say we were making like $700. And for those of you that are trying to call me out, profit-wise, for those of you that are trying to call me out, like, oh, you can't buy 10 cars and sell them for $700 profit each and make $8,000. You're absolutely right. You're good at math. You're pretty quick. What you're forgetting is the amount of cars that we didn't sell from the week before. Then you're forgetting the week before that. So we just had a huge amount of cars. It got to the point where we hired someone, a couple of someones, to just, all they had to do was keep posting cars for us. It was getting to the point where we were going to Fiverr now, but we would go to websites where we can hire out of the country to have people post our cars, and we would just give them whatever. It was a good time, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It was a good time. The Chrysler 200s, I really like these cars. Unfortunately, I got a thing for white cars too. They're just, again, they really are what they are. Again, like, how come you just can't focus? Like, it's not your screen. It's actually just that they did not focus this picture well. And again, this is just what it is. It's a decent car. It's just, I'm not going to say running wise, but whatever. So this car, H-Reg, that's fucking original. So, this is just what it is, So for my finance people, what you want to do is auto check it, probably Carfax it, damage reported, right? So one accident, so that's going to drop you a check right there. Back when I was doing it, we would use the NADA. This probably is going to take way too long. Slew and use. It used to be a lot easier just to use this. So let's see, Chrysler. Was it a 15? So there we go. It's a Chrysler. And hey, how did this happen? Well, I guess we ain't gonna do it because I don't feel like going through all that. But anyway, you go in there. You got the hint. Put all your information in there, and it'll tell you what it'll be. I don't know why it went somewhere else. Like, why didn't it just put it here? Oh, now it is. Okay. So we're gonna do this all over again. You guys are lucky I got love for you, because this is one of the things I hated doing the most, but it's part of the job. So you got the Chrysler 200. The more information you can put in here, the better. So it's a limited, but let's just go down here and see if it tells you anything. Sometimes it'll tell you the trim, but I don't even see it anymore. So trim level limited, which set it up top anyway. So let's see if it's got limited. Oh my God. it wants to know if it's a 4-banger or not. Let's see. It is a 4-cylinder. Again, all this information is right down here, guys. You can find all this stuff here. I'm just trying to do it quickly. So it's a limited 4-banger. Zip code 23613 is where the dealership is. There, enter mileage. I want to say it was 78,000. Let me see. So we'll go with 80,000, okay? I don't option it out. Let's just go with the standard equipment, all right? I leave it just like that. Rather be less than more. So clean trade, okay? So here's how it's doing it. It's giving us money for the mileage. We went with this standard equipment. So when you go and really look over this car, if it's got a sunroof, it's got this, that, the next thing, you're able to, figure it out from there and do it there. But anyways, thanks, my love. They're going to cut you a check for $12,525, just the way it is. Plus, you're going to get your down payment. Plus, you could sell them some gap insurance, and you can really make that go higher. So that's what it is. If you were financing, this is just one way of doing it. There's many ways of doing it, but this is the way I did it. And the banks that I used, they were great with it. Not clean retail, clean trade-in. So when you're buying this car, you don't want to be near that MMR. You want to be as low as you can, as with everything. Let's go back to preset inventory. Oh shoot, I didn't even know we had that. I don't need it right now though, but thank you. And there's a bunch of them to pick from, so take your pick. Let's see here. That's really it. So now let's do this. Mannheim starts with a higher number. So see how it was like lane 21, now we're in lane 26? It'll start with lane 26. So let's see here. Let's hit this one. Enter cell. And this is what it looks like. And you'll be able to see what cars are going to be running right from here. If I don't today, I will tomorrow, and I will show you guys how it actually looks at the auction when cars are actually running through. And I'll let it play out for as much as you can. Now let's just say I did want to see more cars, right? I could have opened this in a new tab and made it smaller and then put one up here, like broke my screen up into 4. Now from here, you can still look at cars, okay? You can still see the photos. You still see the condition reports if it has it. And then that's the actual block. All right. So you guys still have all that information. Now I don't see it over here, but I see it over here onto your top right. You could see the adjusted MMR. All right. And then you can quickly do an auto check as well if you really wanted to see it. And that's it. Everything that you really need to know is there. And you can see what's coming up. I don't know if it'll show you what's past, but it doesn't really matter. And that's it, guys. So, I hope when we get through this whole video and I let this thing play out, I hope you guys enjoy it. A lot of you guys watch the videos, but you don't have auction access. So you don't really know what's coming through the auction. So this will give you a little bit better of an idea. You know me, I'm a sucker for these cars. Look at this. It's a nice color too. It's a real nice color. I like that color. But this is not supercharged. So I want the supercharged. Hopefully it'll show us a picture of the engine. There you go. Yeah, it's not. So.
I was here. He was looking.
Oh, he was looking down for you?
Yeah, and I was like, hey, you see me? And
You got height. So, anyways, guys, that's that. So, I'm going to end it here now, and then hopefully later on we'll pick it up where we could see the auction, okay? Let's get out of here. This is all 4 lanes going through, and I only have the volume on one of them, and it's the bottom left, lane 24. The other two aren't showing, but I don't really care what they're saying anyway. But let me turn it up for you.
And 33, last call. Sold 32.525.
It goes very, very fast.
11 and 10, 11 and 13, 14.
So if it says bid, that's a bidder in the lane, and then online bid is obviously someone like myself watching it.
Talk to me. 1400. Sold 13.486. Yeah.
So if you look at the camera from lane 25, you could see the next car in lane 24 getting ready to roll through. And it's weird. They're doing it out of order today. Because usually it starts from the highest number, works backwards.
You ready? Okay, 8 grand. You want? Hello, sir. You ready?
You'll also notice that they always start super high and drop down. So the adjusted MMR on this car is 5,600.
5 grand.
So if you wanted this car right now and no one's bidding, I would bid on that. Boom. And just to cut everyone else out, because what you don't want is a feeding frenzy.
And 42, oh yeah, 2, 3, 44, 5, 45, 6, 7, 46.
Yeah, no sell that one.
49. 49. ¿Quieres? 49. Sold 152.
Yeah, I would take it for 49 too.
Number 4.
So in that situation, that guy won a lot of times. And again, you have to know who's there. A lot of times, if you let it go like that and it starts to really get going, you'll see it go higher than what you could have placed your bid at 5,000. You'll notice on the bottom left, which says title not present. It's because they have 30 days to get it for you.
700, 800, 800, you're in, you're out. And the 99, 1,000, sir. It's at a bid at 1,000. Now 11. Jose. And 11, last call. Down 12. It's not this one, it's that one. 11 on 12, 12, 13, pay on.
So now they're above MMR.
14, 1300. So, the number is.
All right, so right next to the red light, to the left of it, that's the mileage. I apologize. I still think that was a good buy. $1,300. I feel like if it runs and drives, it's an easy $25,000 to $3,000 car. At least where I'm at.
You're out now. 16, sir. 18.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see it with this car, but you know, if they could sell it, God bless them. Look at that. The MMR, guys, was $1,300. They're at 31 right now. And this car had 140,000 miles on it. Like what are you going to sell that thing for? And again, I'm not hating. I'm just saying I don't have it like that. I wish I did. Thousand. Sold. Auto value. You got it.
900. Sold the car. 4865. Here's number 7. 8 grand. 8,100.
I'll be honest with you guys. I miss this so much. I miss being in the lane. I miss the whole shit of it. Like Such a great time being there. I might have to start going. You guys might start seeing some videos from the auction. Because just watching is getting me hyped.
Here's number 8.
So usually when I see cars like this with this kind of mileage going, it's usually for me an indication of an up and coming buy here pay here place. Usually the buy here pay here places are willing to spend that kind of money over MMR on a car with that kind of mileage because they know they're going to bury someone in it anyway. The reason why I say up and coming is because that's what they can afford. There was another YouTuber who just made a YouTube video on a Mitsubishi Diamante recently. You can look that up. 700 sold.
Sell to you. 111. Number 10.
Oh, so that went to the scrapyard. I actually been to this place. That went to the scrapyard. That's funny. And say something. Here we go. It's about to get hot.
And 2 and 3 and 4. 5. 79. Now 1.
Car time is on it.
Yes or no now 4.
They got banks lined up. 128. Depending on if it's got a good Carfax. So this is exactly what I'm telling you. Had Car Time hit that number when it was at like 8,100, they wouldn't have started their feeding frenzy, and it would have backed a lot of other people off of it. So it's like pack mentality. You know, when people start seeing a bunch of people bidding on stuff, they get hyped and they've got to get a part of it because they think it's a great deal. It's just the way it is. And I'm not saying they would have won it for 8,000, but there's a good possibility that they would have maybe got it for a little bit less because they cut out a lot of the frenzy.
Too far. Here he is. Number 12.
2-4.
Hang on. Go back to the last car for me, ma'am. 7,500 asking 6. On the Acadia. 7 on the Acadia.
So what's going on right now is
79. Senor, 79. 8 grand. 81 on the Acadia.
So
82.
This is bad.
83. 84, 85. I'm going as slow as I know how to go. 85.
So they stopped
86.
this auction for this Honda and they went back to the last car. I don't know how they're doing it. But if the person online wasn't paying attention, they could potentially think that they're buying the Honda if they were watching it from the beginning, because you could see they changed it to a 2014 Acadia. I mean, you could probably fight that, but I don't know.
82, 83. MMR's 11.5, guys.
11.5.
Hiccups, excuse me, 84.
So again, if you watch the other video I made about can you open up a car dealership now, that's what I'm talking about. Once you get past the $10,000 mark, the people bidding on those cars are a lot less activity. So this Accord here has got 123 on it. MMR is 11.5, right? So if you were to pick this thing up right now for the 96, if they sell it to you for 96, let's see if they're going to sell it. I think it's going to, oh, look at that, they did. So 9,500. And the wholesale video too. You could clean that thing up really nice and make $1,000 on that. You could run it through ACV. You could put it out to all your other dealers, or you could put it on your lot as retail if you're not doing wholesale. But again, you have to be there. You have to be in the mix. You got to know these numbers. It's a lot easier doing it from here because you have everything right in front of you. But that means that you had to be there already to inspect the cars. Or if you're really smart, you have a runner like myself. Like I'll be out there inspecting the cars, and I'll have my girl sitting here in front of the computer. I'm on the phone with her, like, okay, 2413, hit it. You know what I'm saying? So she's on the computer doing it. I mean, yes, I could bid in person, but as more lanes are running, I can't be everywhere.
Sold here. Bid number is 319. Thank you.
I don't even know what just happened, what they just did. I must have missed it. I don't even know what just happened because they sold the Accord. What the hell did they just? I don't know what they did. I apologize, guys. I might have to rewind it and see what happened. See, I'm going to be really shocked if this doesn't hit MMR. And again, I can't hear the engine. I don't see the body. But just given what I did get to see driving through and the odometer, I think it should have came a lot closer than $1,000 off. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Structural.
All right, so you just see what he just said, structural? So he just announced that this car's got structural damage. So that means when you go to finance it, your check is not going to be as big because now it's been announced. So let's see. Now, it doesn't mean that the banks won't finance it. It just means they're not going to cut you as high of a check. Yeah, see, that's what I like to see. I'm much more comfortable buying a car with structural damage at this number when it's a 10.3 MMR. If I'm going to go on MMR. Not today, Junior.
What's up, Robbie? You get lost? 16 lane.
So you always want to listen to what they say. Now, it should say the announcement somewhere. Yellow light, by the way, means structural. That means that there's an announcement, whatever it might be. Red light just means absolutely no warranty. Blue light means that 30-day hold on the title. It could be there the next day, but they have up to 30 days to get it for you. That grayed out light is a green light. So when it goes green light, you know that you can buy the warranty for it.
What's up, man? You good?
It won't let me scroll down to show you guys. Oh, so you can go back. So here's the Accord we were talking about. Maybe this one snuck in there on us, and that's the one they sold for $10,500. That's Sonata. Let's see, where are we at? Where are we at? Here we go, on the block. And the LTZs, for me, I love selling those. The mileage is good on this thing. Come on, baby. Come on. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed right now with how the auction's doing with the numbers. Like we're not even coming close anymore on a lot of these cars. Like I should be at this auction right now. I don't know what I'm doing here, making videos, not getting paid. I need to be out there making money. This truck is financeable all day. I didn't hear them announce anything, but there is a yellow light on, so it does have an announcement. It's got a low condition report too, 1.3. Oh, it was a work truck. Probably beat.
Number 19. And 26,000. Anthony. Blinded by the light.
See, then you have starts at like 26, like this one. Like You're just crazy. Like, dealers are crazy. Some of the numbers they try for, you know what I mean? Like go sell your shit retail. This is a wholesale thing. Extreme Motors. I have a funny feeling if they buy that truck, it's getting lifted and put wheels on. Yellow light, red light, blue light. Yellow light, red light, blue light. I don't think so.
$20 if you want him extreme.
Yeah. Take it, extreme. 20,000. It's all yours.
I see that. Hang on. Number 20.
20.
We're good. Structural.
So just announced structural. I mean, you guys can hear it, I hope.
Say something. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings any.
Sorry about that. I hit something and it stopped recording, but you can see from the car, I picked it right back up.
Sell the car. 206. Canadian import. Red light. Yellow light. Canadian import. Needle at 26 ounces. Needle at detail made 20 for 333. 21 grand. 21 2. 21 grand. 21 2.
Also, the franchise dealers, just so you guys know, they're more inclined to take less than MMR because they have no skin in the game. As we're an independent dealer, they have a lot more in the game because they're getting that money. This is just someone up there repping that car.
Okay, thank you. 22 now. 31 grand. You tell me. 29. 29. 28 now too. 28 and 2. Talk to me. What's up? 22. 24. 28 6. 28 8. 8 8 8 8 8 8 8 9 offer is 29,031. What's the problem? I can't understand a thing you're saying. Yeah, I know. 23 in the lane. Altered suspension. 26 ounces.
Altered suspension does not hurt you when you're financing a car, just so you know. Especially when it's like a lift on a truck.
Good looking truck, boy. 20 grand. 20 grand, too. Oh, great. And 20 grand, 2. Sounds good, too. 20 grand. 20 grand, too. 20 grand, 2. MMR's 23, sir. 19, one time. 19, 2. I just did. That's it. 19, 4. To be for me. Now, Susan. My man. 20. Money's real. 20 grand. Come on. And 20, not 20. And down to you. All in. All done. I have last call. 20 smooth. Phone call. Put it on him. 492.
So that's an if sale. So if you're bidding online, you have no choice but to take the if. If you're there in person, you could say, no, I'm not. I don't accept the if. So depending on how much money you have, that $20,000 is now pending. If they come back and say yes, you have to buy it. So if you only had 30 to spend today and you have 20 held up and they don't do it, then you just look kind of weren't able to use that 20 today because it's already accounted for.
Excuse me, 18, 19, junior, 19, yes or no? Now two internet. Two internet. To now ball junior, yes or no? 2,000 phone call 604. Here's 25. You go to 14, 15, 15, 1500. You go to 700, 800, 800,
Something must be wrong with that car, because anything under 1,000 at the auction should be getting hit on pretty hard. Oh, it's got 200,000 miles on it, so that could be that. It didn't get much. And it looks like the front's messed up on it too. So.
Here's 26 in the lane.
They gotta sell that.
You go to 5 grand, 5,100. You go to 41, 6,800, 42. 6,800.
Again, depending on what you can finance that car for, that's kind of the lane I'm trying to get into. When I get my dealership, they can only have 6 to 8 cars. That's the lane I want to be in, because if I could finance that car for $7 grand, to me, that's a decent little come up. You start doing, you try to do 10 of those a month, you're straight. You don't need a huge lot to make money. You know what I'm saying?
53.
You just need to be ready to buy. You buy when it's right. Like you buy them cars.
I don't
know why, but I've always had a thing for these Lincolns. These MKXs. It's something about like the front end. But there's another one that's even got a front end like that, but bigger. I love that thing. I don't know why. I was just saying to my girl the other day, we seen one on the road driving by. I was like, I want that car. I have to buy it.
Sold 67, 77 miles. 28 now. You go to 34, 35.
And some MMRs are just way off. Like you had to know that this SUV was not going for anywhere near 1,800. And those are the times where having experience tells you, all right, let me not even mess with this car because it's going to go so high. I think the number it's at right now is ridiculously high. I honestly think that thing should have went for about 28 to 3 grand, But again, if you're a buy here, pay here, it's a good looking car. You'll get all the money for it, put it in the street.
And 42, 3, sold 43, 474, now 31. Need the 5 grand, 5-1, limited.
Drop that thing down to like 3,500, I think. And started, oh wow, it's taking off. I'm shocked. Oh, they were all fake bids.
And 61, 66, 67, 68, yes or no? And sold 68, number is 287.
You guys are getting a good idea here of like all the different prices in cars in terms of
what's up? 71,
under and over MMR.
Go 5 grand, 51, 51, 51, 51, 68. And 68, Yes or no at 4, 5, 6, and 76, and all man 7, 78, sold 79, 2, 8, 7. Here's 37 in the lane. Eight of the $5 grand, 51. Eight of the $4 now, 1 now. 4 1 2 2 2 and 3 3 6 and 46 now 7 Carpenter's out 7 7 49 $5 you did and for 5 1 51 and on now 1 sold for 577. Here's 38 in the lane. $3 grand, 3,100. And 31 on $2 grand, 2,100. It's not your fault, sir. And 21 on that's where I gotta be. 2100, 2 you're out now, sir. And 22 21 phone call 604 and 39 6 grand 5 1 and $5 grand give on 41 2 41 2 there we go and 42 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 you will buy to be 3 and not today middle time. Here's number 40 $8 grand 8,100. Into the $8 grand, give on. Into the 7 1. Into the miles are good. Into the 7,100. 6 grand, 1 2 62 3 63. Into the 2 3 3 3 3 3 3. Able to be 3 and they want 8,000, sir. At 65, I'll call if you'd like. Put it on 407. Phone call 6500. Phone call 407. Thank you, sir. Here's 41 on the lane. $8 grand. 8,100. 7 on 71 last call. Phone call 442. Even the 42 on the lane. $4 grand, 41. Guys, it's a pickup truck. Even the $3 grand, 3 1. 32
So now you can see we got all 4 lanes getting ready to run.
And 36er and 36er and big dog right here at 6. Yes or no. 35 phone call 604 and 44 now. 15,000. 13 grand, 32 and
You can see as you have the different.
I'll call 14 if you want.
Watch.
As
As you start putting on all the microphones, it gets very hard to know what you're looking at. So what we would do is just leave them off. So now you're focusing on just the car you're interested in. And really and truly, like I said, you don't need to hear what they're saying because you can't hear the engine anyway. And the green button is if you're going to bid or not. So that's really all it comes down to.
Hit 27, how was Hawaii? Had 27, had 2700. Hit 8, hit 800, had 28, had 78. Hit 8, had 28 to bid, had 27. Now hey, hit 8, that truck's got a $5,300 MMR. Had 29. Hit 9, had 29, had 809, had 9, had 900. Hit 9, had 800, had 9, had 9, no sell. Let's go to number 3. All right, here, 3 is green light. 6 round, 600. Hit 61, 1, 45, 4600. Hit 45, 6 here, 7, 47, 8, 800, might have been right.
So at this point, guys, I do have to go. I'm going to cut off the sound. From this point forward, there will be no sound. But I'm going to let it continue recording just so you guys can just kind of get a feel for what's coming up. I feel as though from this point you guys know the layout, and at least you get the chance to see what cars are going for at the auction. So, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to let it play out, and you tell me what you guys think. Tell me, leave in the comments below any cars you want me to go back and take a look at and, see what you guys think are great deals. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to unplug the microphone. Hopefully nothing bad happens when I do it. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
That's my best friend.